Saquon Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys.
18 Gator. Watch left, watch left, watch left. I hope you watch your left because I'm about to take you to school. Sit up. Ready, ready.
2nd and 5. Throwing left side, it's complete. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Let him know, let him know. Check 20.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 99.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Down. 60 or. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, wahoo! 58, come on. 58, come on. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit. Hey. 58, 58 to Mike. Let's put him on. Hey, Echo. Let's put that team on. Go.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now it's Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Okay, ready? Mike 20. I'm coming.
Now back to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. They'll look to throw here. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 6. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 yards and a giant 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. On 1st down, Barkley, he'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
You got block me. Kill, kill, kill. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Get it.
Saquon Barkley running right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
Huh? You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Jackson, wide open receiver, complete. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After one, a 14-3 ball game. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. From a yard out. And the Jets will extend their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On 2nd down, Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Got three down.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Fire.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his man on the comebacker. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. The spin. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
50, plant. Hey, lock it. Come. Hey, rock it. Shoot.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
He's checking. Crash.
Now the ball comes loose. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
Jets.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They'll run on 1st down. Michel, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
Let's go, boys. At their own 15-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
General West. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Leo.
They'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a 1st down. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards, good for a giant 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make some...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case,
he's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Sony Michel. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Go! Ready?
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Taken down right at the line of
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he fields it cleanly. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And finally brought down at the 38. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
On 1st down, Michel. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better than it hits the ground, instead going to an opposite color jersey.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Squeeze, double.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
He'll return it from the 6. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is...
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
Exit. 5.
Looking to throw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run again here with Robinson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
60 Pittsburgh. 80 weapons. You ever get tired of seeing me? Now.
On third down, Robinson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
The Giants first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Ready, set. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 11. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. 17 yards and a giant 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 more yards. He's across midfield to the 49.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd down and inches. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to be.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends, because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yep.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop.